Welcome to Tracking the Week. On Monday, the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde presented a report of last Tuesday's explosion at Bodija, Ibadan to President Bola Tinubu. Makinde was at the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja, to present the report to the president at the weekend. The president had earlier commiserated with the government and people of Oyo State following the incident, while he also directed the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to work with the Oyo State government to offer immediate and comprehensive relief to the victims. President Tinubu had equally called on all concerned agencies of government to quickly unravel the circumstances that led to the tragedy. In a press release signed by Suleiman Olariwaju, Special Advisor Media to Oyo Governor, stated that Makinde appreciated the presidency for its support following the incident, noting that the Oyo State government will do everything possible to provide succor to victims and to fish out and punish those behind the tragedy. Also on Monday, the Federal High Court in Abuja voided and set aside the presentation and passage of Rivers State's 2024 budget by a group of unlawful 4-member legislators in the state. The court, in a judgment delivered by Justice James Omotosho, ordered the governor of the state, Siminalayi Fubara, to represent the budget to the legally constituted House of Assembly under Speaker Martin Emuele. James Omotosho quashed the withholding of the House of Assembly fund on the ground that he has no constitutional power to do so. The court restrained Governor Fubara from frustrating House of Assembly under Amehule from sitting or interfering in the affairs of the House. The redeployment of the clerk and deputy clerk done by the governor was declared null and void and was set aside. The Inspector General of Police was ordered to immediately give adequate security to the Speaker and legislators loyal to former Governor Nyesom Wike. Justice Omotosho ordered the clerk and the deputy clerk to resume office immediately and unhindered. And on Tuesday, the United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with the President of Nigeria and Ivory Coast in a bid to forge a united front with key African democracies as crises engulf the world. In Abidjan, Blinken met Ivorian President Alassane Ouattara, a veteran leader who has won U.S. praise for consolidating democracy, and headed to Abuja afterwards, where he met with President Tinubu on a platform of economic reforms. On arrival in Abuja, he was received by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar. Nigeria is the third country Blinken is visiting on his 4th African tour, aimed at building better bilateral relations and partnership with the African development in the region. Blinken will, however, not travel to South Africa on the trip, but he will visit Angola, which has transitioned from war to democracy and played a vital role in mediating to end unrest in the neighboring Democratic Republic of Congo. Also on Tuesday, the decision of the federal government of Nigeria to run student loan through education tax is said to be total deviation from the mental basis of the fund. Stakeholders believe the decision will completely defeat the aim and objective of the scheme and wish the government could come up with a better formation to ease rigors of learning on Nigerian students. The Access to Higher Education Act 2023, otherwise known as Student Loan Act, establishes an education loan fund to help Nigerians fund their higher education while they pay in installments 2 years after completing their participation in the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC). For government to ease the rigors of learning on the students, there must be a consolidated impartation on the lives of the citizens, and that can only be done by resolving issues bordering the nation's economy, which will no doubt improve the financial power of parents and guidance, and as well improve finances of institutions across the country. And on Wednesday, President Bola Tinubu traveled for a private visit to France. A statement by presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngilale said that Tinubu would return in the first week of February. The president has earlier engaged a delegation from the MasterCard on official visit. In attendance at the Wednesday with MasterCard were Vice President Kashim Shettima and Minister of Finance Wale Edun. Others are Ministers of Budget and Economic Planning Atiku Bagudu, Health Ali Pat, and Art, Culture and Creative Economy Hannatu Musawa. The President on Tuesday attended the bilateral talks with U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, who is on a four-nation Africa tour. Also on Wednesday, no fewer than 30 persons were killed in Plateau State in the early hours of Wednesday by gunmen who attacked Kwahaslalek village, Mangu local government area of the state. It was gathered that the victims, who were mostly women and children, had run to the house of a community leader in the area on Tuesday night for safety, following an early unrest during the day in Mangu town, when the gunmen surrounded them and killed all of them. A community leader in the area, Mark Haruna, confirmed the death toll and confirmed that the gunmen attacked around 12:30 a.m. and killed over 25 people, mostly women and children. The chairman of Magavo Development Association, Joseph Guancat, also confirmed the killing, describing it as callous. And on Thursday, in an unanimous judgment, the Supreme Court affirmed the victory of 3 governors in the March 18, 2023 governorship election. The governors are Fubara Siminalayi of Rivers State, Ahmed Aliyu of Sokoto, and Agbus Kefas of Taraba State. The judgments were delivered by 3 members of the panel under the directive of Justice Nwane Abaji. In Rivers State, the Apex Court dismissed the appeal filed by Tony Cole of the All Progressive Congress against the victory of Governor Fubara for lack of merit. The court equally resolved all issues put forward against the appellant. Also in Taraba, the Supreme Court held the victory of Governor Abu Kefas and dismissed the appeal by his rival, Professor Sani Yahaya of the New Nigerian People's Party, for lack of merit. The court in a judgment read by Justice Garuba Lawal upheld the judgment of the lower court in that the court below was right to have dismissed the appeal due to incomplete records supplied by the appellant. For Sokoto appeal, the Apex Court dismissed the appeal challenging the election of Ahmed Aliyu as the duly elected governor of the state. The Apex Court maintained that the court below was right to have confirmed the decision of the tribunal and that the appellant failed to prove to the court the issue of non-compliance. Also on Thursday, the Deputy Superintendent of Police, Olusegun Bamidele, told the Lagos High Court that Chidinma Ojukwu, the suspected murderer of the Chief Executive Officer of Super TV, Usifo Ataga, admitted to spiking late Ataga's drink. Bamidele told Justice Yetunde Adesonya of the Lagos High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square on Lagos Island during the resumed trial of Chidinma on Thursday. Ojukwu, a 300-level mass communication student of the University of Lagos Unilag, is facing trial for the offense alongside her sister Chioma Ebuchu and one Adedapo Quadrim. Bamidele, who is serving with the Homicide Department of the State Criminal Investigating Department, Yaba, was answering questions about the incident while being cross-examined by the defense counsel. Mr. Unwoka Egu, at the resumption of the cross-examination, a video displaying the last moments of the deceased, Ataga, and the suspect, Chidinma, was played to ascertain the items in the video, as listed in the evidence given to the court as exhibit. Egu asked the witness to confirm that the items were handed over to him in the state they were seen in the video. And on Friday, members of the Joint Action Committee at Dekunle Ajasin University, Akoko in Ondo State, have protested over their exclusion from payment of the wage award of 35,000 naira. The union to the institution came together to fight a common goal and demand. Armed with placards with various inscriptions, they moved around the university to protest their exclusion from the payment of 35,000 naira wage award. The aggrieved workers are also demanding the immediate increment in the monthly subvention to the university, as well as payment of entitlement of all absorbed staff sacked by a former governor in the state. They also demanded payment of accumulated retirement benefits of retired staff of the university. The protesting workers vowed to continue to protest until their demands are fully met. And lastly, on Friday, the federal government has approved funding for the Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano-Lagos-Ibadan Highway and the second Niger Bridge 2 bypass project. Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, disclosed this during the inspection of the Lafia Bypass Road and dualization of the 9th mile Enugu-Otukpo-Makurdi Road project in Makurdi, the Benue State capital. The 260-kilometer project is located in the southeast of Nigeria, crossing Federal Capital Territory, Nasarawa, Benue Logo, and Enugu State. It is jointly funded by the Export-Import Bank of Nigeria, 85%, and 15% by the federal government. The project is expected to be delivered in 48 months. The Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, during the inspection of the project, said the approval will remove the financial bottlenecks on the three projects. The minister assured that the work on the 43.56 kilometers road will be a rehabilitation of 2 carriageways and will be tolled after completion, with various facilities to ease the journey of travelers on it. And that's all we have on Tracking the Week.